Last week, we talked about how to pay yourself the right way from your business. That training focused on mechanics, how money should move, and why inconsistency creates confusion. Today is part two, and this is where most business owners never get guidance because once an owner pay is cleaned up, it changes everything: cash flow, profit, decision making, growth, stress levels. This training is not surface level. It's about what structurally changes inside your business once owner pay is no longer messy. Today is not about how to pay yourself. That was last week. Today is about what unlocks after that's done correctly. Most business owners think owner pay is just a paycheck issue. It's not. It's a systems issue. And once that system is fixed, the business starts behaving differently. If your business feels busy but financially unclear, or profitable on paper but stressful in real life, owner pay is usually the missing link. What we're talking about today is exactly what changes once that piece is finally solid. Give me a sec. Let me get the share going. There it goes. So I'm Cassie Sykes, an enrolled agent and the founder of Greener Pastures Income Tax. I've spent over 20 years working with individuals and business owners to help them make sense of their finances and build systems that actually support their real lives, not just their tax returns. As an enrolled agent, I hold the highest credential issued by the IRS, which means I'm authorized to represent taxpayers in all matters, from tax preparation and planning to more complex issues and audits. My work focuses heavily on clarity and structure, especially for business owners who are doing a lot right now, but still don't feel confident in their numbers. I'm based in East Texas, where I balance running my firm with family life. I've been married for 19 years and have two teenagers. And while I deal with complicated tax situations every day, I can honestly say that teenagers are still harder to predict than the tax code. Even when we have crazy tax code, big changes, like what happened this last year. That's why this topic matters to me. I can see what happens when owners finally get clarity around owner pay, not just financially, but mentally. And that's what today is really about. Owner pay is the line that separates your personal life from business performance. Before that line exists, everything runs through one place, the business account. That account pays vendors, payroll, taxes, and eventually you, which means every business decision is quietly tied to your personal stability. So when the balance drops, it doesn't just feel like a business issue, it feels very personal. Once owner pay is cleaned up, that changes. The business pays the owner on purpose, on a schedule. After that transfer happens, the remaining balance has a single job: to run the business. This is the shift from checking the bank balance and asking, "Am I okay?" to checking the bank balance and asking, "Is the business okay?" That separation is what allows owners to look at numbers without spiraling and without carrying the entire business emotionally. Most owners think that they have a cash flow problem when what they actually have is a clarity problem. Before owner pay is structured, the business account is doing too many jobs at once. There's no clear line between money reserved for payroll, money needed for upcoming expenses, money meant to pay the owner, money that feels like a safety buffer. So owners do what feels logical in the moment. They delay a transfer, they pull a little extra one week, they hold off another week just in case. None of that shows up clearly on reports, but it shows up emotionally. Once owner pay is cleaned up, cash flow stops being a guessing game. Owner pay happens on a schedule. Operating cash stays in the business. Tax money is parked intentionally. That doesn't increase revenue, but it removes constant decision making. You're no longer re-deciding the same transfer every week. Cash flow stops feeling fragile and starts feeling predictable. Before owner pay is structured, profit can't be trusted. If you underpay yourself, profits look better than reality. If personal spending leaks through the business, profit looks worse than reality. If owner pay changes month to month, profit doesn't mean anything at all. Once owner pay is consistent, profit answers a very specific question. After paying the owner appropriately, does this business actually produce a surplus? That's when profit becomes useful, not as a scorecard, but as a signal. It tells you whether the problem is pricing, expenses, capacity, or something structural, and it finally gives you a clear place to focus. Before owner pay is cleaned up, decisions feel heavy because the data isn't stable. Hiring feels risky because you don't trust the cash flow. Spending feels dangerous because you don't know what's yours versus the business. Even saying no feels uncomfortable because everything feels fragile. Once owner pay is structured, decisions get simpler, not easier, but clearer. Instead of asking, do I feel okay spending this? You ask, does the business support this based on the numbers? That shift removes the constant second guessing. You stop carrying every decision emotionally because the structure starts doing some of the work for you. Before owner pay is cleared up, growth feels dangerous. More revenue often leads to more stress, not more clarity. Expenses rise, complexity increases, and the owner feels more pressure, not less. Once owner pay is cleaned up, growth becomes something you can evaluate before you commit to it. You can project outcomes, you can evaluate hires, you can expand without risking personal stability. Growth stops being something that happens to you and becomes something you choose intentionally. Last week was about fixing owner pay mechanics. Today was about understanding what changes once that structure is right. Owner pay clarity doesn't just affect your paycheck, it determines whether your cash flow is predictable, whether your profit is real, whether your decisions are grounded, and whether growth is sustainable. If you want help pressure testing whether your current owner pay structure actually supports your business, structurally, not emotionally, that's exactly what I walk through in my profit and cash flow analysis calls. And if this two-part training helped something click, share it with another business owner who's still guessing. Most people don't realize how much stress they're carrying until the system finally makes sense. If what we covered today highlighted gaps, uncertainty, or even just a sense that things could feel more organized, that's completely normal. Most veterinarians aren't missing effort, they're missing clarity. The challenge isn't knowing more strategies, it's understanding how your income, personal finances, and cash flow work together in real life. If you want help applying this to your actual numbers, you can book a free profit and cash flow analysis. During that call, we'll walk through your income and cash flow, identify what's working, where money may be leaking, and map out clear, practical next steps. No pressure, no jargon, and no unnecessary digging into your practice books. This isn't about changing everything. It's about understanding what your current structure is actually telling you. You can grab a time at the link on the screen, and I'll also drop it in the comments. Before you go, I want to share an incredible resource that's been designed to elevate your veterinary practice's financial success. I put together a free ebook just for you. It's called 7 Financial Strategies. Inside it, you'll discover practical steps to increase your profitability, improve your cash flow, and make smarter financial decisions for your practice. You can grab your free copy in the comments. All right, that's it for today. If this helped, please pass it along to another vet owner who could use a clearer picture of their numbers. And if you're ready to get yours dialed in, go ahead and book that free profit and cash flow analysis. See you next week. Thank you so much.